Hallo Fight-Fans, ich bin hier Max von GroundandPound-TV. Wie ihr sehen könnt, sind wir hier im TUF-Gym, also im Gym von The Ultimate Fighter, aber auch in der 13. Staffel neu in den Astri als erster Deutscher drin war. Und as real as it gets, genau das ist auch heute Programm hier. Wir werden euch ein paar Eindrücke sammeln, ein paar Bilder machen, ein paar Interviews und wünsche euch viel Spaß, gute Unterhaltung und ja, stay tuned, Leute.
This is a great event. The world's greatest video game has joined forces with the world's greatest sporting event, THQ and the UFC, and now we've got UFC Undisputed 3. We're unveiling it for you guys today, right here, right now, by invite only. So thank you all for showing up. Guys, 4 of the stars of the video game, 3 of them are right here, myself included. We're fortunate enough to be part of it. We got to play this thing a few times. We played it yesterday. It's awesome. You guys saw the records that the first 2 did, the record sales, the innovations, the things that were done. Guys, this one blows it away. I own the first 2 games. I'm hawking them tomorrow. Clearing shelf space for part 3. It is an awesome, awesome game. We've got Chad Mendes, #1 contender in the featherweight division. I'll leave it at that. I better not make an announcement about what's next for him. I don't know if that's public yet. We've got Erik Koch here today. We've got Urijah Faber, the face of the WEC and of the UFC's lightweight division, and myself, Chael Sonnen. We want to welcome you guys, interact, take questions. First thing I'd like to do is to introduce Erik Koch, and maybe Erik, you could share with us a little bit about how you got involved in MMA and your thoughts on the video game. Erik Koch.
Just want to say, hey guys, thanks for coming out. It's a pleasure. I played the game yesterday, like Chael said. It's awesome. I love it. I had the first 2. I'm a big fan. I'm an avid gamer, and this one's going to blow the others away. A little about myself, man. I started doing this when I was 10 years old. This is all I've ever wanted to do. So seeing myself in a video game is the coolest thing ever. I feel like a kid again, you know, going back to those early days playing, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all that stuff. You know, being in a video game now, it's unreal. So I just want to thank all you guys for coming out, and hopefully throw some good questions my way. I'll do my best to answer.
Urijah Faber up next.
What's up? I got a chance to talk with quite a few of you guys yesterday, and yeah, excited about the game. This is the first time we've had the bantamweights and the featherweights in the video game, and it's about time. You know, we've been at the sport for a long time as well. I started when I was fresh out of college. Did my first fight in 2003 at an Indian casino in California. Hadn't even legalized the sport yet. There's a bunch of toothless, tattooed people staring at me. You know, it seemed a little out of place at the time, but this is more like it. Video games and all the cameras and stuff like that. Things have changed, so I'm happy to be a part of it. Again, we're going to do some interviews. Chad and I, I'm going to talk to Chad in a second, are going to show some techniques and go through kind of different parts of mixed martial arts so you can get a better idea of it. And if you guys want to see anything specific, striking, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, just let us know. All right, Chad Mendes.
What's up, guys? I'm Chad Mendes. Like Rai said, I'm a featherweight fighter for the UFC. You know, this has been a fast track for me. I've been doing this for about 3 years now. And, you know, #1 contender, should be fighting for the title soon. So it's been quick, and I've, you know, just really enjoyed the whole process and, you know, getting to stand in front of, you know, all the cameras and, you know, people like you asking questions and, you know, really wanting to know my life story. And it's, you know, it's a great thing for me to kind of just experience. You know, wrestling was my background. I started wrestling when I was 5 years old. You know, my father coached me all the way up until high school. That's actually how I got into MMA. I knew Urijah through the wrestling circuit. And, just kind of kept in touch throughout college, and he actually was kind of recruiting me to go to Davis for a while. I ended up going to Cal Poly, but still kept in touch. And you know, he really took care of me after college. I got to come up and live for free, and you know, so I got a couple fights under my belt and had some money in my account. So it's been a great experience, and you know, I'm just very grateful to be here in front of you guys. So it's nice to be here.
Go over a couple of techniques. Has anybody got to play the game? Has it been unveiled to any of you guys yet? We just got to see it for the first time a number of days ago. Tell you guys a quick story. I always like to go on something the kids call YouTube and watch fights, especially when I have an opponent coming up. And I've been suckered in more times where I clicked YouTube because the graphics on these games are so good, and I think I'm about to see my next opponent fight, and it takes me, you know, 4 or 5 seconds before I figure, wait, this is just a video game. As good as those last games are, guys, I can't wait until you see #3. It is truly like watching TV at times. They've got the introductions, they've got Pride Mode with the original music, the original announcers, the original colored rings, the ramp, the entrance, the whole bit. Same thing for UFC mode. They've got the entrances with your walkout music, with your cornerman, with your sponsored t-shirts. It really is like watching television. I wish you guys had got to see it. Hopefully we'll get around to that today. But a couple of the techniques on there, especially if you've got any new fans. And in mixed martial arts, it's a little bit of everything. You know, they say that 80% of fights go to the ground, but 100% of fights start standing up, and that really is true. So guys have to know how to fight on their feet with their hands, knees, elbows, kicks are all taking things to the ground. Now we've got submission holds and all sorts of other sports that all get incorporated into what we call mixed martial arts. So Urijah and Chad are going to go over a couple of techniques right now, maybe some of their favorites, some stuff that you'll see. If there's any questions, I'll let them out. Otherwise, we'll talk you through it.
All right, guys. Mixed martial arts, like Chael said, is a mixture of all sorts of different stuff. And we train specifically. There's times we do straight wrestling, we do straight boxing, we do straight kickboxing, we do straight jiu-jitsu. But there's a lot of blending, and that's what you've got to do to compete at the highest level. So, you know, for example, we'll go over a couple of specifics. First off, let's do some wrestling drilling. This is what it looks like to drill wrestling. This is what we do, you know, in college wrestling. The guys like Erik or you know, come into wrestling as a mixed martial artist have to do the same thing. It's about drilling. So it's just kind of like a choreographed thing. He'll go a couple in a row, and then I'll go a couple in a row.
Called drilling takedowns. Just kind of you're getting warmed up a little bit. It's about muscle memory, about getting the flow going. You come to the room, you're not quite warm and ready to go yet. This is all the build up to maybe a hard sparring session. just working your takedowns. Your partner's making you look good constantly. He's not offering a lot of defense here. Staying in good position, making sure that you're getting proper position, proper techniques.
Just like that. So, you know, when people are looking at mixed martial artists, you know, we're not in there fighting each other all the time. A lot of it's planned out techniques. Same thing, we do some kickboxing drills. We do a couple punch combos and the kick. Right? 3 punches.
The old expression, don't try this at home. We don't do this either. Generally, these guys would be in pads from head to toe. Always your hands, always headgear. But for the sake of the media today, we've got some good sports here that are going bare knuckle, as they say.
And the mixture of the kickboxing with the takedowns and the jiu-jitsu, we'll put it all together now. Do some punches to takedowns, little combos. You're setting up your takedowns. Go into a transition into a submission after that. We go first. This is an arm bar. It's a small transition. He's going to spin out defensively, post on the hip. Here's a triangle. This is a little idea of how we mix it all together. When Chad put something together. There we have it. Any other questions, guys? I think you get kind of a general consensus of what mixed martial arts is all about. Not only the techniques that we put into it, but it's about regimen. It's about being in great shape. It's about constantly learning. There's so many things to learn, so many different aspects that you can get better in. And you know, you see guys like Erik Koch and Anthony Pettis who are taking things at a whole different level, jumping off the cage, doing backflips to kicks and stuff like that. So it's constantly growing. But yeah, I think that'll do it. I don't know who's where, but yeah.